It's time for another hiking CPA. This one's coming from actually my wife, who sent me an article from CNN that I'll be posting below. And so, of course, this is a quick turnaround for me. But this time, I do want to keep with the hiking theme of this and not just take a shortcut, kind of do these quickies in my backyard. Instead, I'm here at a trail near my house. And there's no parking. Just a heads up, I kind of parked right there. There's really no parking here. So if you're going to be doing this trail, it's actually kind of better to walk in. If you notice, also I have this Bluetooth with me today. It's a little windy, so I'm hoping this Bluetooth will be able to pick up my voice a little better than, holding the camera like I usually do. So right here, this is the Turkeyton Falls trail. Nice entrance. This trail, whoops, there we go. So you see that? So this trail, I'm gonna be rating probably at like a 3.5. The reason for that is not because of its difficulty, though there are some watery and muddy parts. It's actually because this trail isn't very well marked, or it hasn't been in the past. And so because of that, it's easy to get lost on this trail. So kind of like what I did with my last video, I'm going to introduce with the concept, what I'm doing here, and then I'm going to kind of find a sweet spot and give a little chat. So this is, what I'm going to be talking about is the new IRS rule where the Venmo and other electronic payment services, what they're going to have to start doing is issuing 1099s to people who have charges over 600 on their payments, on these payment plans. So I'm going to go a little more in depth in that when I get to the falls or the fall area, and we will touch base there. Again, here's the entryway to the falls, Turkeyton. Well, I'm just kind of jump around this way. Turkeyton Falls. Again, this is in Reading, Connecticut as well. Tell the falls. All right, we're here at the Turkey Brook Falls. Here is the little snapshot of it. And there's more going down that way, which I don't think you can see because I just doused you in the sunlight. But I have other images and I'll be putting that up. So right here, I'm talking about actually an article from CNN that my wife just passed over to me. And she said, hey James, you should look at this. And I did. And the article was talking about how all those electronic payment formats, PayPal, Venmo, all the other ones, I kind of forget what they are right now. Those are the ones I usually work with. So I know there are multiple ones out there. These guys, how you sometimes use them to kind of reimburse people, pay somebody back, give a gift to somebody, help contribute to a larger gift for, coach or a babysitter or, a family member or a baby shower, anything. Now, the IRS is asking those companies to say, look, if somebody received more than $600, you need to report it to us through a 1099. You need to tell us through 1099 that they received more than $600 in business income. Great, businesses are going to be caught up more, and they'll be able to start paying taxes. Kind of go back to what I talked about before with the gifts. How do these electronic payment formats know if you're paying a business or paying an individual for a service, or if you're giving a gift to somebody? Most of them don't. That's where the problem lies. And that's where the IRS has opened up a huge can of worms, and these payment providers are going to have to figure out how to differentiate. Right now it's being left up to them. I don't imagine that's going to last forever. A lot of times when the government starts kind of doing these things, they start issuing as well, saying, hey, we want it done this way. So for now, it's up to them. And I know, for example, Venmo in the past, they've constantly kind of asked people, hey, is this for a business? Because they actually tack on a fee for a business purpose. Or is this, just reimbursing somebody, a friend? And there's no fee there. So what some companies have done is say, oh no, just say it's a friend so that way they don't get docked. And those are probably the same companies that are not paying taxes on this money that they're generating through these payment plans. And as an example, I know, some of you may know, this past summer, my father was in the hospital a lot. And I went to the New Haven hospital, and they had some vendors outside. And I was able to go out there and grab a quick lunch, and they used Venmo, which was great. I really liked it because I don't like carrying cash on me. I like being able to just pay electronically. Done. If they aren't considered a business for Venmo purposes, then could be avoiding the fee. And because of that, not paying taxes. And that's what this is purpose of this. That's why IRS made this rule. The rule is $600, which is actually the exact same amount as if a business was paying somebody for some other services. And so that's why it's that $600 threshold. And this is what they're trying to capture. The problem is they're also going to capture that baby shower gift that you just collected all this money from other people to give to somebody else. For example, let's just say you do an amazing baby shower gift or multiple gifts, and you collect $1,000. You're not going to get 1099 for that $1,000. Some people will say, "Oh, just ignore it. It's not a big deal. It's not taxes or anything." You received a 1099. Do not ignore it. Go talk to a tax professional. You can talk to me as well. Again, my contact information would be down below. But go talk to somebody about your situation and how to handle it. Do not ignore it. Okay? There's a big warning for that. And there are other problems in the past where situations like this have arisen where people receive 1099s erroneously, or because they fell within a threshold. They ignored them. The IRS said, "Hey, we got this 1099 in our hands. You need not include this income. We're not going to tax you on that income. Plus, we're going to make you pay self-employment tax," which isn't really tax. It's just making sure the government is coming in and saying, "Hey, we're going to make sure you pay FICA and Medicare on revenue that you earned as a sole proprietor." And so it's horrible, because a lot of these times they should not have been taxed in the first place, and the IRS just basically says, "Well, too bad. You have to pay it." And if you don't pay it, they can give you a really, really hard time, and it's going to be very costly. And sometimes it's just easier to pay the taxes than go through the legal process and the costs of an accountant, attorneys to fight this. That being said, there are ways around this. There's a way to avoid this. And the backlog of the IRS right now, how it stands, it's better to have that clean return and do this the right way the first time than having to fight with IRS later. It's really difficult right now, and it's almost impossible to really get through to somebody at this time, and it's painful. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just painful right now, and I don't imagine it getting any better anytime really soon. Unless you bug your senator to increase the budget for the IRS and hire tons of people to fill up these backlogs. But until that time happens, do it clean. My suggestion at this time that you can bring to somebody else is recognize the income. There are two ways where I can do this. You can do it as other income on what's called Schedule 1 or Schedule C. Schedule C is actually business income. And what you can do is you recognize as business income or just other income, and then you have an offsetting expense against it for the exact same amount. And you can say non-taxable income or some other language to let the IRS know that yes, you're recognizing this income, but really you don't have to recognize it. It's not taxable income for you. That $1,000 money that you got together, baby shower gift, it's not money you have to pay on. Those are gifts. They got it to you as a gift. You give it to someone else as a gift. Don't take pay money on that. And I assume you don't embezzle the money. If you do, then you got to pay money on it, but pay taxes on it if you embezzle it. And so, otherwise, that's simply it. Make sure you put it in. Make sure you take it back out. You should not be taxed on this money. And it's kind of up to you to figure out as well if you actually are running a business and actually are being paid through Venmo, like I am. Some of the money I make, I actually have clients pay me through Venmo. So I actually need to include part of that on my taxes, which I do, because I'm a CPA. I know the rules. We do the rules here. So with that, again, just clear warning. Be careful. Do not ignore these things. I already saw some posts saying, oh, don't worry about it. Ignore it. 1099 from IRS, don't worry about it. You better worry about it. Don't ignore it. Talk and make sure you talk to somebody who is competent and knows how to handle the situation. If someone's saying ignore it, go to someone else. Go ask another question somewhere else. That's not the right answer. But again, my simple suggestion is report it and then pick up an expense, or just pick up a negative revenue, negative income, if you want to think of it that way. Pick up negative income to reduce it down to zero and not pay any taxes on it. That's a proper way. So good luck. And until then, if you have any more questions, I'm down. If you come across an article or something you have questions on, again, come to me and I will try to do this and jump out and do one of these great videos for you. Until next time, happy trails.